everybody, my name is Alicia. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to have a little look at my standard TN book, which is completely finished now, and also my field notes dated insert, which I did forget to show you guys in the last video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through how I actually use my field notes, and then we're going to have a flip through of this. The flip through isn't going to be very chatty because I'm not feeling the best today, so we'll just dive into it. I'll play some music for you and I'll show you how I used this for the entirety of Q3. So first things first, this is a field notes memo notebook. It's the standard grid book. Let me see, is there a blank page at the back? There is. So it's just the standard grid. It comes with a light brown grid, which I absolutely love. And what I've done for this is I use it pretty much like a bullet journal without the daily logs. So I've drawn in my own monthlies and weeklies, and this is used specifically for future planning. So we have my September one, which I did start marking off the days as they came through, but I don't actually use this daily. Like, I don't write in it daily. I do reference it every day, but writing in it isn't something that happens on a day-to-day basis. And then we have my October, November and December, which have all been pre-dated. And then we get into the weekly spreads, which I use in a very simplistic manner. I've broken them down into the 7 days of the week, one section at the top for the week number and the important sections, and then I have a margin on both pages in each spread to allow me to kind of annotate my week in a way. Sometimes I'll come back in and write in just a little summary of how the week went. I only use gel pens in these. I do have an iron gall ink on the way to test with it because I have read that they seem to work well with fountain pens and the field notes. So we will see once I get that, but I do want to pick a pen that will specifically hold that ink because I know that iron gall inks can be a little bit, well, are naturally corrosive, so they can be harder on your fountain pen than standard inks. So this is how I've been using it. We do have some weeks that are not as filled as others, and then I have gone in and dated it for, well, not dated it, I've put in the week numbers. I date the specific days as I go. But yeah, that's how I use my weekly field notes. And then we'll hop in and I will do a full flip of my Q3 book. I do want to go over just a few little points of it before I do the full flip through. So first of all, I did have a weekly section drawn in here. I wasn't consistent with it because it's just too much space for me for a weekly. So that didn't work. And then as I started this book was specifically used as a journal. I didn't do any planning in it, and I was using a 2-day per page spread. And then as we moved into August, that started to change. I moved from 2 to 3 days. I always did 3 days on the weekend because I didn't like starting Monday on this side of the book. I always wanted to start Monday on this side. It's just personal preference. And then this is around the point where I started planning in it as well as journaling, and I moved over to a 1 day per page system around this point. Then when we got into September, I was solely using this as my main everyday carry. So it included journaling, planning, and I used a 2 pages per day spread at that point. That's how I'm still using it. I did try to set up the back of it as a commonplace notebook, but I prefer doing that in my field notes. So the back of this notebook does contain pretty much just private information, personal notes. So I won't be flipping through this section of the book, but rest assured it is completely filled. So let's get into a little bit of some calm music. I'll do a flip through of all of this. So if you want to grab yourself a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, get relaxed.